had that.
Start? Yeah, I mean, you're over.
You want to come up here and stand with us?
I don't know, but yours doesn't really fit with the whole.
I know, we're going to kick him out.
Color scheme is peach on that side.
Anybody remember that?
Oh, no. Everybody was just like got real tired.
You want to talk about the Florida case?
Just today.
No, I'm going to read the opinion on it.
Is this just about today?
No, it's just a wrap up for this week. It'll be quick. Yeah, the budget. It'll be quick. There's just a couple of things about We start? Come together. Gwen's telling you got to come together better. Thank you, Gwen. Gwen, we know you got it. We know you're trying to do all we can here.
Okay, what's going on?
Are we supposed to look happy or sad?
Sad, very sad, stern, right? Exhausted, right? Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, we're sad and exhausted both. It's been a grueling week. As you know, the budget barely passed last night. We're seeing the first real cracks in the armament in Governor Walker and the Republican leadership's effort to move this state to the far right wing of where states are at. It does not fit Wisconsin, as you can see. It was remarkable how many Republicans voted against it. However, being an effective advocate for your constituents is more than just pushing a button or taking a vote. It's speaking up, it's offering amendments, or at least it's supporting amendments to move the state in a better direction. And unfortunately, the Republicans did not approve any of the 31 opportunities that were put forward to try and make this a more hospitable budget, one that better reflects our values of education and rewarding hard work and building an infrastructure and protecting our seniors. Then today, as you saw, the Assembly Democrats put forward a resolution that makes it clear we are on the side of clean, open, and transparent government, and we should not change our state laws to erode our open records and open government. However, the sad news is Republicans do not still get it. Assembly Republicans would not vote for our resolution that commits to not degrade our state's open records laws. It's clear they intend to still meet and try and move away from that direction. They voted for a watered-down version to give the impression they stand behind open records. However, they refuse to support the notion that we should not degrade our open records laws. So obviously we feel we cannot rest. We must remain vigilant, speak out, and make the citizens aware of how critical it is that we preserve Wisconsin's reputation for clean and open government. And then we ended with an extreme rush-through policy that clearly puts women and family at risk. I think we all were very proud, especially of the women in our caucus who told some of the most incredible personal stories and shared stories of their constituents. And one of our top leaders in our caucus, Representative Jocasta-Zamarripa, is going to address that issue.
Thank you. Representative Jocasta-Zamarripa, I just wanted to give a little bit of overview over the Republicans' abortion ban bill that was passed today in the State Assembly. Want to stress that it is not my place or the place of any politician to make these decisions. Medical experts agree that these decisions should be made by women and their families and medical professionals. We already know that abortions occurring after 20 weeks are incredibly rare and take place in a hospital, the majority due to a medical complication to the mother or baby. We heard that time and time again from my colleagues on the floor today and from those medical professionals, those doctors who came out in opposition to this abortion ban. So this bill is clearly a distraction from the Republicans' disastrous and harmful budget, which was passed yesterday. They just want to continue to distract from a budget that they themselves have called a crap budget. Thank you.
Any questions anybody has?
East Coast Rosh Hashanah, could you expound upon that?
Sure, you can take that.
Well,
Well, this is an extraordinary session for the budget, and we end up doing an abortion bill in the middle of it. I can't remember the exact dates that we had the hearing. They said they were only going to exec on the Senate side, that we would not prevail.
And your
Robin Goss
$250
told us it would
million
probably
country.
maybe come back in the fall, when we had the next floor session, and we had it today. So, I'm assuming there's a reason that we had this bill today and not in the fall.
You feel the public had time to weigh in? I know there was the.
We did have one long hearing. That is correct.
One joint hearing.
Let's have Representative Shanklin can address it as well.
And let's be clear, it's not like the people of Wisconsin last week knew that this extreme and radical abortion ban that doesn't even have exceptions for rape and incest would be up this week. They thought, is there going to be a budget? Will the Senate ever vote on the budget? Will the Assembly get to the budget? They were worried about the fiscal impact of not passing a budget. They had no idea an extreme and radical abortion ban would be coming up, and as Representative Colsey said, we all thought this would be coming in September. Let's be clear, it's no coincidence that on Monday the governor will be announcing that he's running for president. He's running away to Las Vegas. He'll probably be courting primary voters in Vegas as well as Iowa, and this abortion ban is a part of his campaign. And we truly believe that if the governor and our legislative Republicans who supported this extreme ban actually cared about women, they would have been joining us in advancing real legislation that expands on women's health and reproductive freedoms, like expanding access to birth control. We're extremely disappointed. We don't think that the people of Wisconsin had enough time to weigh in between last week and this week when we finally found out that this was happening. And we don't think it's a coincidence that this is between a budget and the governor's run for president on Monday.
I think one other thing that's important that you have to remember is the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has basically enjoined the operation of a similar bill in the jurisdiction of that circuit. I expect that they're probably pushing this because they may figure that this is not going to withstand the constitutional test.
Yeah, and about this abortion ban, we've seen these very, very similar laws in other states. There's now been 5 courts to nullify them, to say we're going to give an injunction on these abortion bans because they're not constitutional. So we'll see. I think there might be some more litigation on this. But courts are saying you can't do it. You don't provide enough constitutional protection and enough safeguards for women.
Any other questions? Yes, thank you so much.
So you said that there are lawsuits coming in other states. There are anyone here planning on filing lawsuits?
I'm not sure. I just don't know at this point. 5 other states, there are lawsuits. All these laws are enjoined. They're not in effect. But I imagine there could be a lawsuit here, too, but I don't know specifically.
It's not the law yet, and so therefore you're not going to bring an action until the law is adopted.
It's enacted, yeah.
If adopted.
Any other questions? Boys, thank you all.
Thank you.
Yes.
Did I miss Bucks Arena question? No. All of you ready to stand on the Bucks Arena list?